Hi, James. How are you?
Hi, Kamal. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Thanks for being with me today. So,
That's all
tell
right.
us about yourself
So my name's James. I'm a community pharmacist, independent prescriber in Farnborough.
and how long have you been an independent prescriber for?
So I only a year actually. Yes, I only got it last June, I think it was. So not even a year, about 9 months. So
Congratulations.
thank you.
So, question for you, James. Why did you choose to join the Forever Mountain training program?
Um, oh, I think I saw the email come through. I've seen it. I can't remember how it came about now actually, but
Uh-huh.
it was a little while ago, and it just sort of I had a real interest in dermatology anyway, and
Yeah,
I was struggling when I was doing the IP. There was so much support and so much advice for those who are working in general practice, and
hmm,
whereas, whereas in community pharmacy, you sort of feel a little bit lost. I think would be a fair thing. And I know there's loads of amazing community pharmacists out there who've done like some amazing stuff with their IP,
yeah,
but for me, I found it quite difficult, and I didn't really know how to go about starting um, using it. And I didn't. There's so much in the way of regulations as well, and being a pharmacist like everybody else, it's you worry about all the legalities of
yeah.
doing something, and it's so yeah, it was for further support really, and actually help how to set it up.
Amazing. And you've been on our training, and you've come along to the online, clinical training as well, and and the one day as well. So how did you feel about setting up your clinic before the training, and how did you feel afterwards?
So before the training, so I think the initial training I did was the 1 day event, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And it was really good. And I think it was Dr. Moncrief was the speaker, and he was,
yeah, that's right.
the knowledge of that man is insane.
Yeah,
Um, and it, but that was really helpful. But actually, what was at the end of that session was all the the business side of it and the how-to side of
yeah,
it. Because a lot of the clinical stuff we've done either through our IP or through general CPD.
yeah,
Um, but the business setup side, that's never talked about or talked about rather.
yeah,
So that was before that. I had absolutely zero idea. I was trying to read, trying to find out how to do it. I did it. But afterwards, I had a bit better of an idea. And
yeah,
then when I came along to the actual pure business day, which you did in Kent,
yeah,
um, that really gave me a real sort of understanding of okay, this is what I need to do next, and this is what I need to do to set it up. Um, and so yeah, I felt much more confident to do it, whereas before I was, I think it would have been one of these things where it just never happens. To be
yeah.
perfectly honest, you work in a busy environment, as we've discussed before, and it's so easy for it to just be put on the back burner, and then you think, oh, you know what, it's been 9 months, I'm not using it, I'm not doing anything, don't really know where to go next, and something else comes along, and then it just disappears. And I didn't want that to happen because it's a huge chunk of time that essentially could have gone to waste. Uh,
Yeah, you know what? You hit the nail on the head there, because when you've said, you didn't want it to go to waste, and there's just so many IPs out there, right, who do their training, community pharmacy, who do their training, and unfortunately, in exactly the same position as you, just never get the opportunity to use it because the framework's not there, right? The how to's not there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell me, what has been the biggest impact for you in terms of setting up your clinic?
Um, I think confidence is something which is definitely developed in the sense of being more certain of my clinical knowledge, and actually focusing on what I've spent time learning. being able to put that into practice has been really nice, and actually to see the positive impacts of that with patients has been, second to none. It's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And the feedback you get from patients when you've helped them with something, you see them a few weeks later, because most of them are regular patients, and and they say, actually, yeah, that really really helps. Which is really nice. Whereas I think before I didn't necessarily have that same sort of I think relationship with some patients, because I wasn't so certain about my area, and I don't know. I think that's probably the biggest impact for setting up the clinic. I think it's very satisfying. So.
Yeah. You know what? It's one of the things that we hear so much of when the guys have been through the training and they've set up the clinic, that it's just really rewarding to have that patient, come back and tell you how much of an impact that you've made on their skin. And also you can see it so visible, right? When you make that change for that patient, you give them that advice and support, and they come back and you can see that the impact that it's had on their skin. It's just really, really heartwarming, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and because it affects it affects their confidence as well, and you can see it. You can see it when they're suddenly, they've been really sad, really down about whatever condition it is they've got, and then actually to be able to give them something which is helping, like eczema, for example, and it's they can sleep, they can, because they're not up all night itching, and they're not embarrassed about it because they don't feel they need to wear long sleeve tops or trousers or whatever, and it's nice. It's nice. It is.
Yeah, amazing. So what would you say to community pharmacists, IPs like yourself, who've got a passion for dermatology? What would you say they should do?
Just go for it. Literally, just get stuck in. It's surprising if you actually just think and assess how many patients come through your door, how many people you see with a skin condition, regardless of what it is. I bet it's more than any other condition, any other over-the-counter trade you have. It's such a huge area. That regardless of what your niche is, there will be patients for you.
Yeah. And what would you say to them if they don't have the confidence to set up their own clinic?
Then I would say go with Forever Mountain. It's a no-brainer. I think the support that you, Sunil, have given me and the other people has been amazing, and it's not just from you guys. I think because of the WhatsApp group that we have, you see other people's triumphs, and that inspires you to want to keep going and keep pushing. And then also it's a great source of information. You've got all these other people who have an interest in dermatology, and so you may have something come through your door that you're not 100% certain on. You can message in, and you can guarantee there'll be someone in there that does know. And if not Sonup's there, he certainly knows. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's good. It's good.
Fantastic. I'm so pleased for you, James. I'm so excited about what how your clinic's going to develop and how that's going to impact the patients that you serve. And I can't wait to see more successes from you in the group.
Thanks. Yeah, me too. Hopefully it goes well.
Take care. Really nice to have you. I'll speak to you soon.
Take care. Come on. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.